Hello and welcome to Coming Into Being. I'm going to get this started again as usual on Instagram, but settle in, have a seat, and this thing is jumping around. It changed my little sign at the bottom, but let's change that. This looks better. All right, let's see what's going on. And Instagram starting up here. Yeah, very good. So here we are. Welcome to Coming Into Being. Our weekly session, well, not on Wednesdays, of taking that time, hey, at least taking that time to just slow down and relax and just be in that stillness for ourselves and connect in more deeply. And Karen, hi, good to see you guys. So this is going to be a shorter session. I just need to cap my time because I've been extremely sensitive this past 2 weeks for being on the computer. And so Elzava, hello. And Tanya, everybody popping in. Yes, good. So I'm going to aim for about half an hour. What do you think of EFT tapping? It's helpful. It's helpful. I've noticed that the people I knew who were doing EFT, very mentally oriented, but it can be useful, and just to get that energy flowing through your system. There's a lot of modalities like that, like Jinshin Jutsu is another one. Hello, Asta. Asta. And stuff from Instagram is on YouTube. Okay. And yeah, like Jinshin Jutsu, I'm real familiar with, which is, it's a system with energy points, and it's you do it yourself by holding the points. So tap and opening up the flow. So EFT is that way too. I think for it's helpful in certain layers of the being, and in other layers you probably would need something else. But it can just get that flow going, and so then you move forward and you move ahead to you kind of like get past a hump kind of thing. And Sydney's in. So like I said at the beginning, for those who came in later after I said it, this is going to be a shorter session just because I'm finding myself really sensitive to like being on the computer, and it kind of zaps me out right now. It's last couple weeks. Depends on the practitioner. Well, yes, and it depends on if you believe on the technique or not, and it can depend on a lot of things. But basically, from my experience, what I've seen is that it will work on certain aspects and not necessarily on others very well. So like any, like a lot of modalities out there, you just need to be aware of yourself and what part of you that maybe that blockage is. And then there's likely the need to go into deeper areas, but not necessarily. It just depends, the thing about having these miraculous healings, so that I've had them. People are like, oh my God, you did this. I work on 20 minutes and the shoulder is completely back in place. What kind of thing. What happens is that whoever they are with in that moment, when there's those miraculous turnarounds, is that the healer is hitting the healer, and the person, the practitioner and the person are coming together just at that point where the person is really close to just flipping over and moving on from something. we can't ignore everything that's come before that and assume that the healer is the one who's really changed it. I mean, sometimes yes, but there's been a buildup of clearing of little pieces that have been falling into place for that to happen. So the true miraculous healings were um, out of nowhere. Yes, they do exist, but they're not as common as a lot of healers and a lot of people go to healers practitioners tend to like to think. We just don't have a large enough scope of existence to really get a sense of that unfoldment that's been going on for that person until that point where they just kind of flip over. So let's take a nice deep breath in and settle into yourself. Yeah, there's an interesting kind of quiet in the group here. Notice your environment. Notice what you're sitting on, where you're at. Notice what sensations on your skin. If you notice the breath going in and out of your nostrils. Maybe going in your nostrils and through your sinuses all the way down into your lungs. Follow that path. Notice any differences between the in-breath and the out-breath. It was interesting because there was a little bit of a collapse there in that pattern, like looking strong in one direction and all of a sudden just a collapse and not being able to hold the self. And I'm not recalling if it was in or out where that collapse happened, but so that's just an indication of not really able to sustain that holding oneself. There's taking in, there's letting out, releasing. So how that's really coming up a little bit more strongly for you, Karen. So being able to sustain for ourselves as we move forward, as we go through life, as we, and without getting too long in life here, the whole of life, but as we go through our regular days, as we go through moving towards something that we want, how far can we go towards that? And all of a sudden we just kind of collapse and we can't carry forward anymore. If you have a vision for yourself of what you want, it's like you go and then all of a sudden there's kind of this emptiness that takes over. Yeah. So a little bit of work here to be done on that. Yeah, that's actually a really good topic for everybody. But before we dive in with that, just let's come into your chest, your heart space. Exactly right, yeah. And just focusing deep down into this core, the center of your chest. Ha. Dropping down, 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 down. From that point, dropping down the central channel, the core channel, down to the core of the earth. And slowly, you don't need to go fast. Don't, in fact, just let yourself take your time to go down, drop down gently from that point. And kind of your main focus is on that point at the center of your chest. And some of you have a tendency to carry the weight of others on your backside. So there's more density on the back. And then dropping down, 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 down the core of the new earth. Like coming home. Yeah. And just feel that when you get there, just that relaxing in that happens, kind of almost like a relief, you know? Just been a long day, you've been journeying for a long time, and then you just get to this point, this place where you can just kind of relax and let go. So let yourself, some of you are not quite at the bottom yet, but that's okay. You're moving slowly. So I told you to move slowly. So some of you are going really slowly. That's fine. And let's just sit in the core of the earth and connecting in with the earth for a bit. Yeah. So collapsing around receiving nourishment, being nourished. That brings up a lot around environmental factors. Yeah. That, and this isn't just for Karen, but environmental factors that really didn't support anyone. So if the parents aren't getting support, it's hard for them to support the child and give the child what it needs when it needs it. So when you tend to be reaching out for something and it looks like you're going to get it, but then it never comes, it's like after a while you collapse. You can't hold on. And that gets reinforced, and it's better to stay in that collapsed place than try to reach for what you want, because when you try to reach for what you want, something happens that keeps it from getting to you. Yeah. So feeling yourself connecting into the earth. And allowing yourself to open up to giving. Opening up yourself to your heart, giving, bringing that love from that deep inside for the earth And just do it for the earth right now. Kind of welcoming her, earth, into being connecting with you. Yeah. Some of you are have a little bit of bar time, so that connects up with this collapse thing. Watch the expectation piece on what you said, Cindy. Seeing that how I try to support animals I look after. If I'm not supported, I can't do as well supporting them. Makes me think of my parents. Relative to the animals, and what are your expectations with the people? And it's not that there's anything wrong, but there feels like there's there's a little bit of mismatch, at least at times, between those you're pet sitting for and yourself. Not necessarily all the time, but we're fine tuning here, so that's why I bring stuff up. Yeah. So as you open up to the earth is easy. Nature, the earth itself through nature, opening up to that, and then allowing yourself to receive back from nature. The earth will always give, especially when you're reaching out to her and you give. You put out that love to her, then that will come back to you. And when we have that collapse piece, it can feel really hard to give first. And this is very it's dense but not in a heavy way. It's thick. There's this thick light energy that's surrounding the group here. It's almost like being in a cloud, in a cloud bank. It's kind of cool. Letting yourself soak that in. This is a good practice for as often as you want, but even if just once a day, it's pretty good. Opening that heart for nature, for the earth, and sending that down, connecting in with the new earth, and just being there in that connection and allowing that response to come back to you from the earth. I'll take care of that collapse. I'll take care of neediness. I'll take care of the emptiness. I'll take care of hearing the water, the ocean, when you're on there. Okay. Now keep just being in that place of, that's giving and receiving. It's good being to practice with is the earth. Okay, wrapping you guys in a little sphere of the earth and the cosmos here. That's starting to come in. So just surrounding the whole. Yeah, just a beautiful, very still, quiet space. Just you, individually, the group, the earth, the cosmos. Letting inner tension unwind. Karen, you're coming up again. There's you're at the forefront for the group here. Just a lot of emptiness. Lot of emptiness inside. So a big problem with emptiness is, this isn't just for Karen, this is for all of us. When we have that emptiness inside and connecting with another person, because we think we're just not going to feel that emptiness. And so that person starts to act as a buffer for us. So we have to be really careful with that, because that's not going to serve either parties, either side. So in this space with the earth and the cosmos here, it's endless, it's boundless. Let yourself just relax into it. And when you relax, that deeper angst or distortion, sadness, whatever it is that comes up, which ultimately is about this emptiness inside, right? This disconnect, this emptiness we feel inside. Giving yourself that chance to just feel it more. And to feel it more, just feel where the pain is, and have this courage to just feel it a little bit more. Feel it a little bit more. Breath in, feel it a little bit more. Maybe a breath or two in, feel it a little bit more. This is the place to do this. And notice any mental constructs that come up. So that would be something like, well, there's explanations about this and that, this happened, that went on, da 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 da, whatever. This here was okay, there wasn't okay. Okay, those are all mental constructs. Just it's like, okay, yeah, I know that. And then come into that pain that's showing up, that's registering through your physical body. So that type of feeling. The emotions will probably be there too, but focusing in on the, yeah, name something I feel right on target. Yes. And I'm sure you're not the only one. So just, it's when I call certain people's names out, particular people's names, what's happening is their spirit is like, bring this up. But it's not necessarily just for that person because you're all here together. All of your spirits have been kind of chatting away before the session saying, what are we going to bring up this time? That gets decided. It's like, okay, I'll step forward this time. And presents it, yeah. So it's been very physical. It's just good because it's in your body. It's not in your head. It's in your body, and it's got to move out of your body. So dive into that physical. It can get really, really painful as you die. Like it feels like there's a tight knot somewhere, I don't know, your neck, whatever. And then you're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you go deeper into that physical pain, you feel it more and more and more and more and more. And eventually you'll get through to the other side and you will have just dissolved it. But you have to be willing to go into the pain. It could be emotional pain, so that, talk about physical pain, but the emotional stuff is gonna come in. Experiencing weird dizziness today. Yeah, your brain, your mind is like fucking around with you. Sorry. When you have weird stuff like that going on, something that's in your system is holding on. And oftentimes, there's those other things that pop up in our systems and our energy fields, but a lot of times it's this identity that we have. It's like, let me throw her off. That's clear what to do. Thank you. Yeah. It's actually pretty simple. It's not easy to do because you really have to go into that. You feel like everything just tightening, tightening, tightening. So as it tightens, just kind of let just reminds like, okay, relax, relax, and you'll feel it. You'll still feel it. Just kind of reminding your body, okay, we can relax a little bit more, even if it's getting tighter. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we're going to go for a little bit longer, but not too much. I just need to keep it short, take care of myself here. There we go. A little bit of a release there. Notice how and what you hold on to. And do you really need to be holding on to it? You don't have to know what it is to hold on to and let go. deep breath in, hold it at the top, count to at least 10, higher if you can, without releasing the breath. That determination that you are going to hold on, and when you really need to exhale, do so. Very good. I'm not going to close out this space completely, but I will make it a little less. Take it down a notch or two. Keep it so that it stays with you. Kind of a lighter version of it stays with you until it's complete for each one of you. It'll be different rates here. So take a nice deep breath in, and then release. Okay, kind of bringing you out of that deeper space, so you might feel it shift for you. Become more aware of your external environment. Okay, becoming aware of your physical environment, eyes closed. There you go. And open your eyes when you're ready. Okay, probably not be here next time. So just a reminder, next week we're off. So it'll be the week after that, which will be, today's the 6th. 13th is the next time. And then the 20th is the next time we are live. So yeah, nice little session. I think all of you were here last week, except Elzava, you were hardly there. So I don't think you really got what you could have gotten if you had come in from the beginning. And you can, and Asta, and so, yeah, so this just kind of a nice little follow-up session to that. Just kind of simple today, right? Okay, and thank you. Yeah. Oh, Glenna, good to see you. And Tanya, Karen. Yeah. Hope all is well on your end there. And Asta. So thank you all guys for showing up. And lovely session always. Yeah, last week we had a really, really good session, and anybody who's here who would like to for donation, whatever the donation is, I'll send you the recording. But very powerful, very deep session, clearing out the mind, the heart, kind of starting to bridge the two. So it's not it's not public, it's unlisted. So need the link for that. Anyways, so 2 weeks from today, we'll see you guys again. And take care, stay safe, connect in every day. Seriously, you guys, connect in every day to the earth, to the cosmos. And that will nurture and support you and give you the love that is really difficult to really get from the human level, because everybody is needing it. So feed yourself that way, connect in and feed yourself, give yourself that love, give yourself to the earth. And that's also about really helping all of us to shift into existence as we know it's supposed to be, right? As we know it's meant to be, and that we've been waiting for eons to get back to. So, all right, thank you everybody for being here, and I hope to see you again soon. I would like the link from the last week. Hi, yes. So send me. Yes, I've got your email. So, anyways, all right. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you in a couple weeks in the ethers next week if you join up, and next week for sure, or in 2 weeks, sorry, for sure, you're live. All right, have a good rest of your week and take care. Get into that connection for yourself. Lots of love.